Today is the second Sunday of Advent, and we receive a message of hope from Carrie Bearden. Sunday, December 6th. There are so many times in our lives when we need peace, and we do everything we can to find it. From experiencing mild anxiety, anxious times, and traumatic events, we want to be in our hearts when we want to find peace. Let me just start all that over. Today is the second Sunday of Advent. Today we receive a devotional about peace from Carrie Bearden. Sunday, December 6th. There are so many times in our lives when we need peace, and we do everything we can to find it. From experiencing mild anxiety, anxious times, and traumatic events, we want peace in our hearts, minds, and lives. It's not easy to find peace when you perceive all around you is in chaos. We don't need to recognize peace when we do have it. So we don't tend to identify what we did to get it. But peace doesn't really work that way, does it? When all is well, we feel we have peace. But is that God's peace? In my experience, no. God's peace is intentional. We must seek it to hear what God is saying to us. This is something for which we can continually seek, practice, and understand. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God, and I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. This Old Testament passage teaches us to be still and seek God's presence, to honor God, even if the world is ending. We are taught to surrender because God is our refuge. In the scripture story from Mark 4:35-41, Jesus has had a long day teaching and healing, and he needed rest, so Jesus and his disciples got in a boat to leave the crowds behind. As Jesus slept, likely exhausted from his work, a fierce storm came up and waves were starting to fill the boat, and the disciples woke up with the shouts and accusations of, "Don't you care that we're going to drown?" Jesus awoke, rebuked the wind and sea by saying, "Peace, be still." Do you think Jesus just said, "Peace, be still"? Of course not. The Bible doesn't use exclamation marks without intention. I imagine Jesus roared, "Peace, be still." And amazingly, the wind died down and the sea calmed. He had to shout to get the attention of both the elements and the disciples. With so much chaos going on, it was imperative that Jesus take command of the situation. The lessons for us is to take command of our own situations. Calm those anxious thoughts. You can't hear God with all that activity, so Jesus teaches us that we must take command and silence the chaos and the noise. Only in the silence can you be still and know that I am God. Thank you, Carrie, for this reminder of peace this Advent season.